Guys, do you even really want to see this ticker? Or would you rather just take my word for it? Like, do you really even need to see this ticker? Oh my god, man. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to visit ethanwren.com. You can find all my social medias there. Yeah, ethanwren.com. Join the Discord. We are in there every day during market hours. You can get a hold of me, ask questions. If you're unsure about any investments you are planning on making, again, make sure to check out the Discord. I can help you there in real time. We have stock bots that you can help, that you can utilize to better share information with our community. And yeah, ethanwren.com. Buy a shirt. So here's the weekly chart for UAE. Do I really need to say anything? We just covered every other major market index in the region, and we're getting similar signs. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to follow. Your name will pop up on screen. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time. I'm more than open to cover any tickers you guys might be interested in. We basically covered the entire Middle East in today's stream. So if you missed a couple of tickers, make sure to check us out on YouTube. You can watch the VOD there. Yeah, join the Discord. You guys are about to see a little bit of a new maneuver here. Something we have not done on the stream yet. What is not new to us, of course. think it would line up as perfectly as it did, but if I can line it up with the initial IPO date, which would be right about here, then there is definitely something interesting to be said about this. one. You got to think about where you are currently and where it's going moving forward, right? In February, you would have been perfectly right and valid for thinking that there was going to be a resistance here at, again, February 2021. I just wanted to highlight that. Okay, so with this chart, quite clearly it shows signs of decay. It's definitely not something you want to be in long term. It's definitely not good. Now you see here, I highlighted February already. We had a little bit of this seemingly forced push through the 180 on the weekly. Now, does that mean it's going to continue? I don't think so, personally. Now, again, we have our RSI. It's overbought. MACD, overbought. Descending price channel. Ever since this ETF's conception, this thing has done nothing but down. You would have been right to be on the bear side of this equation. On this chart, unlike some other charts, we do have this seemingly inverse parabolic very round activity. When you tend to see this round behavior in stocks when options are at play, so for example, if somebody would have strapped this as soon as it IPO'd, if somebody would have strapped this, they would be making insane amounts of money. If you had a plan, a premeditated plan to IPO this product and strap it, over the past 5 years, you would be making insane money. Yeah. And that would most likely be what happened in this equation. I bet money that it was strapped when it was IPO. Now, as far as this little thing here, let's highlight some of these resistances. So while we have the weekly 180 EMA kind of being contested at the moment, this is where you, as an investor, want to take the more macro approach as compared to the micro approach. And taking into account the prior 4 to 5 tickers we just looked at, this is the last of every single major market index in the Middle Eastern region that you can gain access to on the United States NASDAQ exchange. Every single one of them. There is 1 or 2 derivatives. To be specific, it would be ITEQ. ITEQ looks exactly the same as IZRL. Which we covered today. You will have a VOD of it available as soon as we conclude this stream. Feels a little redundant to cover. And then the only other thing was FLSA, which was a derivative of Saudi Arabia. Again, we covered Saudi Arabia already with ticker KSA. Now, the reason I don't even, again, it's redundant. I'll show you here. This is just how derivatives work. There's derivatives of derivatives of derivatives of derivatives. They're out there. So I don't really feel the need to cover FSLA or ITEQ. And the reason I would recommend that would be market cap. Let's look at the liquidity on these tickers relative to their partner derivative. So again, we're looking at iShares, Saudi Arabia. Volume on the day was 343,000. Average volume 291,000. Weird that this week of all weeks it would have slightly above average volume. You would think it would be slightly below average. I think people are misinterpreting a lot of the news that's happening right now. They're pointing at currencies and other types of electronically traded products more than they are looking at these major market indexes. So again, we have KSA, volume on the day, 343,000. And then the other derivative, the alternative derivative for Saudi Arabia that we're choosing not to cover today. Had a measly 6 volume on the day and an average volume of 600. So, I mean, you get an extra 0.5% yield on your dividend. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's not worth the liquidity. You would have a very hard time trying to get out of this position. Honestly, you'd have a hard time trying to get into this position. You'd put up a bid and nobody's gonna hit your bid because there's so few shares going through on the day. So we're not gonna really cover that. We basically covered everything, right? Back to UAE. We examined every relevant ticker in the Middle East, and they're all flashing overbought. They're all flashing the bad things you don't want to be seeing. They're hitting the resistances on their trend price channels. MACD's overbought. These things are all happening simultaneously. That would lead us to believe that the resistance on UAE here is eventually going to decay. It's going to be proven strong with the potential downside of 56%, give or take. Let's say you could be conservative and say 50. You can be a super long game and say 60. Anywhere in there makes sense. Again, this is not a ticker that's growing over time. The main thing I really wanted to highlight. This video today was also not random. I made this video today because I woke up and saw the news. I was encapsulated by the news. I was watching the news all day, hearing everyone's take on the right and the left, and I was thinking about it. And I was thinking, why are they talking about this today? The Taliban are new. The conflict is not new. These things have been happening for decades. Why are they talking about it today? So I turned on my computer, started looking at some of these major market indexes from around the world, and lo and behold, we might have discovered why they're talking about it today. Of all days, of all weeks, there's 360 days in a year. A lot happens in between that time span, but why was it today? I feel like we kind of answered our questions. Always be questioning your news sources, who you're getting your news from, where you're getting it from, because things like these really are not random. All of a sudden, you wake up on a Monday and a country's been overthrown. It's crazy. It doesn't happen every day, but when it happens, it's definitely not random. These things are definitely a little bit more premeditated, a little bit more predictable than you might think. There are a lot of indicators, a lot of symptoms, let's use the word symptoms, that you can look for to help you identify when these opportunities are going to be taking place. And yeah, I didn't even really have to touch on what's actually happening in the Middle East for you guys to basically understand what I'm trying to say here. I think yeah, and we'll leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to follow on your respective platforms, wherever you might be watching this live stream. If you like watching live, make sure you follow on Twitch. If you're more interested in VODs, watch on your own time, make sure you're following on YouTube. Leave a like, comment, share with your friends, join the Discord if you want that more one-on-one help with your investments. I'm in there. You can leverage the bots and different tools we have available that can allow you to better share information about potential investment ideas or consume information about potential investment ideas. We also do a little bit of reselling, coding if you're into programming, web design, setting up LLCs. All that can be found in the Discord. The Discord is definitely where it's at. Make sure to join over there. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I made the world a little less scary for you today. I know the news may be trying to portray things very negatively, and I mean, according to a lot of these charts, there's a reason to be of concern, but I think we'll just leave it at that. Strap in and enjoy the ride. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Every moment here is a blessing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.